everyone, welcome back to the Dr. Sia channel. In the video here today, we're going to be talking about ambivalent attachment and regulation. This is part of a 4-video series on attachment and regulation, so please catch all of them, like all of them if you liked all of them. Let's get started. Alright, so before we start, please, if you are a viewer of my channel, if you're a frequent visitor, even if you're not, and you tend to watch my videos and appreciate them, but think that it doesn't matter that you press that like button, it does matter because it increases the likelihood that this video will pop up rather than some other video will pop up when someone writes attachment and regulation on YouTube. So if you do want people to see my videos rather than other videos, or at least see my videos in addition to those other videos, please do press that like button. Now, so what are we talking about when we're talking about ambivalent attachment and regulation? Now, if you don't know what regulation is, check out my first video in this series on avoidant regulation, where I talk about regulation also in addition to avoidance and regulation. So how does a person with ambivalent attachment regulate their emotions? Now, here's the really interesting bit. In a stark contrast to the avoidant, the ambivalent person, the person with an ambivalent attachment will say, only you can regulate my emotions. I can't regulate me. I can't trust myself to regulate myself. I can't believe that I can actually help myself. And only you can actually contain me, help me, reduce my feelings, put them in context for me, explain them for me. I can't do that. Now here's the twist. Here's why we call it an ambivalent attachment. While I believe that only you can do it, because of your inadequacy as a human being, meaning that you are not God, you will ultimately fail in completely regulating my feelings. And therefore, I'm also kind of upset with you, angry at you, raging at you, because you're inadequate. So in a sense, it's that you're supposed to be the one who can regulate me, but you can't, so I'm upset at you because of that. This form of regulation is obviously a very hurtful form of regulation because one, it builds a lot of negative ideas in the person about themselves. It really puts them down in terms of their confidence, their self-compassion, their self-love, their self-belief, and so on and so forth, their self-reliance. But it also causes a rift in the relationship between you and your partner, because the person with an ambivalent attachment is constantly going to be relying, being dependent on another person, and no human being is sufficient in completely regulating another human adult. Now, adults can regulate children, and that's the whole point of being able to regulate another person. As an adult, you're meant to be able to regulate a child such that that child then grows up enough and learns to regulate themselves. But if the person hasn't been able to do it, if they haven't had that, if the person with an ambivalent attachment hasn't had that in their childhood, then they're constantly going to be in this ambivalent space where they go to the adult, say, regulate me, they can't, then they get angry at that person, you don't know what's going on for me, you can't regulate me, or you get more upset than I get, and then they pull back again, and they come back again and pull away again, and then that becomes a pattern, a way that they constantly try to regulate with everyone around them. Now, have you ever done that, or has anyone ever done that with you? Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you do like the video, press a like. And also, if there's anything else you want me to talk about, I try to be quite responsive to the comments, even though sometimes I realize that it has been like a year before I've replied. Anyway, sorry to those people who wait for a long time for me to reply, but I'm going to try to be better with that now. Either way, thank you so much, and I'll see you again next time.